Hey everybody, it's me Heather from Studio H Salon, and I'm gonna film a tutorial on how I do my beachy waves with my flat iron. So I just got my NBR moved up, so it feels really good, nice and fresh and tight. I love move up day. So I'm gonna quickly go through the steps on how I do my hair. So we're gonna hopefully make this like a pretty quick tutorial. And as I'm going through, I'll talk a little bit about what I'm doing. So we'll kind of just like talk together. So I have 2 rows of NBR. So if you don't have any NBR in your hair or extensions in your hair, then you can just do like part your hair however you would normally part it. I would suggest doing like either 2 or 3 sections, and I do horseshoe sections. So on my hair, I would either normally do my top section, or if you have like a mini row. So I'm going to pull that up. And then my first full row, I kind of go through, piece that apart, and then I'm gonna clip that up. I have already prepped my hair with a few things. I did the leave-in treatment by Kevin Murphy, Staying Alive, and then I always use my Young Again Kevin Murphy oil. Always hydrate your hair. And then I also use the anti-frizz Smooth Again by Kevin Murphy. So I'm gonna quickly just blow dry my hair just for a second. Okay, so now that I have it dry for sure, and the reason why I like to do that is because you want to make sure that everything is really dry, and you can tell that since I let it air dry a little bit, it was a little bit more disheveled before I blew dry it again. And then now you can see that that's nice and it's laying nice and smooth. The cuticle is laying down. This is actually one of my rows of NBR. So do you see how you can hardly tell it blends so well? If done correctly, your NBR should be seamless with the color. Color is so important. Okay, so you want to make sure that you really comb out your hair. That's one of the biggest things that I see people tell me, that as they're going through and curling their hair, it's kinking or stopping a lot on the way down. And I find that that is because you have not either put an oil product on your hair, a heat protectant on your hair, or you have not combed your hair all the way through. If you have tangles on your hair currently, then you can definitely believe that when you flat iron your hair or curl it with a flat iron, it's gonna stop on the way down because it's catching those tangles. So what I do is I kind of hold my flat iron upside down. I do one full twist, and then I bring it straight down the remainder of the hair shaft. And I always twist my curls after I'm done. That way they're cooling as they're setting there in their curl. And that's what's gonna give you the most longevity out of your style. NBR usually lasts a little bit longer than your normal natural hair would. But even still, when I curl natural hair, I still twist it and let it cool in its state of curled. And you should be able to, if you have used correct product and you're doing this technique that I'm telling you, then really your curls should hold anywhere from 2 to 4 days, I would say. Definitely 2 days. A lot of my clients that have NBR can wear their curls 3 to 5 days. I don't know if you guys just heard my stomach growl. Excuse me for that. Apparently, coffee was not enough. Okay, so you're seeing I'm twisting it away from the face on this entire bottom row. I do like to alternate my curls, but I like to do the majority of my curls away from my face because that's what I find most flattering on myself and most of my clients as well. So see how I'm really twisting that? And don't worry, we're gonna get that beachy wave. I know these are looking a little bit tighter, but I'll show you if you hang on. Once I'm done, I will show you what I do to loosen everything up and get the perfect beach wave. So I'm gonna go through real fast, don't mind me, and blow dry just one more second. Okay, and that is really just to make sure that everything is nice and dry. You never want to put heat on any sort of damp or wet hair. That is going to fry your hair and damage it really bad. And you see how I'm going on the underneath side and combing? And then I'll do the same on top. And that way it is really combed out. There's no tangles. Everything is laying nice and flat for those curls. Okay. I like to start at the back and work my way forward. So this one, I'm gonna go away from my face. So I did one twist and then I pulled it straight down. I'm gonna curl that, I'm gonna toss it back so it's out of my way. So this one I'll show you a little bit different. This is gonna go towards my face. I always kind of run my flat iron through as well to kind of heat up the hair shaft. So I'm twisting forward towards my face and then I'm bringing it straight down. Twist, there you go. So the reason why on this top row or top section that I like to alternate is because when you have even just a few pieces that are going the opposite direction of each other, it helps your curls not to clump up. And sometimes you will see, and when I say clump up, you will see curls that if I were to comb this together, it would just be like one big curl, and we don't want that. We want curls that are curled and that are mostly away from our face, but that really give that soft beach wave and then they don't clump together. They're more of a textured live-in look. So that one I did away. So I've got not too much hair left here, so I'm gonna split this to make sure that my front section is always away. So I'm gonna go towards my face, one full turn, and then I bring it straight down. The other thing that you wanna make sure you're doing is bringing it straight down, because if you do too much of this and you bring it out, you're gonna have curls that are flying away from your face and that are gonna be sticking pretty far out. So that might be good for like your really big curls, but for this look, we want everything to be more of a textured look, and I like to call it skinny hair. So we want these to go down. So we're pulling down as we're doing this. Perfect. Looking so good already. And really, I'm kind of going slower and talking through this. Once you get the hang of this, you really should be able to curl your hair in about 5 to 10 minutes. So I think right now we're somewhere in between that range. If I weren't talking, I would probably, and moving a little bit faster, I probably would be able to curl all of my hair within about 5 minutes. So that one was away. So this one is going to be towards our face. Notice how I'm always holding my flat iron upside down as well. And I'm using this bottom hand to kind of direct my hair. That way it's all getting through the flat iron and no pieces are being left out. Away from the face, twist, let it down. So I don't have too much hair left for this front section, and I do want to get one little piece that's going towards to kind of break it up. So even if you have to make a tiny little piece that's a little bit smaller, I'm going to do that one going towards my face, and then we'll do this one going away. I also try to leave my face framing pieces for the very end, because a little trick or tip that I have told a lot of my clients is that these guys, what ends up happening a lot is that since it's in the front of your hair, most people will curl them once with everything and then they'll go back through and they'll curl them again. So if you can avoid that using like double heat on those front sections, you definitely want to avoid it. So save it for last and just go through once. Okay, so now we've got all of my natural hair. You can see that it's definitely a lot shorter than my extension hair, but when curled correctly, it will blend in perfectly. Okay, so these ones I actually take all away from my face just because my hair is really, really fine, and I really don't want a big curl or a lot of curl with my natural hair because it's so fine that I really just need it to kind of blend in. If you have really thick hair, follow the same pattern that we were doing on the first or on the second section. So still follow alternating. And again, I always like to start from the back. That way I can just toss it behind me and I'm just seeing in front what I need to grab. Still using the flat iron upside down, still pulling down. My hair is so fine. Sometimes it's like hard to find what is my own hair. Okay. These front pieces, I'll show you what I do. I actually over direct them forward and I pull down on them pretty hard. That way I can get them a little, I like my hair a little bit in my face and it's super beachy. Okay, so now we're looking pretty curled. I'm actually gonna comb through everything now. So I like to grab a hold at the base. So that way, if you do have extensions, you're not pulling on it. It's also a good thing to just practice this if you have longer hair anyways. That way you're not yanking and tugging on your scalp so much. So I have kind of like a little ponytail here and I just brush through really well. Okay, same thing. And then once I've brushed through, I do that because I like to see what's going on. So I can see this piece right here actually needs to be curled again. Everything else I think is pretty good. Every once in a while you'll have a little straggler. Okay. So then what I go through and do to even get more of our beachy look is I actually will flat iron the ends of my hair. So you saw me flat ironing these little guys. I love the look of straight ends. And they don't have to be super straight. That'll be a different look. I'll show you like an extreme beach look another day where I'll do like half and half and leave some pieces straight. But I do like the bottom, like probably 1 to 2 inches, a little bit straighter. So then the last thing that I do is I'll toss all my hair back. I will get a little bit more of my Smooth Again by Kevin Murphy, like a half of a pump, so a little tiny bit. You don't want a lot. And then I actually just go like this. So my hand's like this, the product's on this side of my hand, and I just break that up. See how it's already kind of piecing apart? This is also the anti-frizz, so it's piecing this or these curls apart, but it's not getting, it's like what I would call the perfect messy. It's not getting super messy, it's just giving texture without the crazy amount of frizz that you would normally have. So I'll just go like that. And really you can just keep kind of playing around with it, but ultimately that is the beach wave look that I do with most of my clients, especially my long-haired clients. This is what it normally looks like. I absolutely love it. So pretty and really easy. Like I said, you should be able to do it within 5 or 10 minutes on yourself. Please drop any comments, questions, concerns, anything in the comment boxes below. I would love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this fun hair tutorial on my beachy waves and how I do them. More videos to come soon. I'm so excited to have this YouTube channel now where we can play around with our hair, do some business chats, and yeah, I think like beauty and business is what I'm going for. So I am so excited about it. Hopefully you really enjoyed this, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.